How's it going, guys? Bullets here. We're back with another call out slash criticism video. And today the guy we're going to be criticized is Obese to Beast, which his real name is John David Glaude, and I do apologize if I mispronounce his last name. So Obese to Beast runs a fitness and health channel here on YouTube, and he recently made two videos that were just filled with errors, and we are going to be criticizing him today. Now, before we start the video, I just want to state in the video that the ADA has made a meta-analysis and it stated that vegan diets are suitable for all stages of the life cycle, including pregnancy, infancy, childhood, adulthood, and athletes, and does protect against certain chronic diseases such as ischemic heart disease, diabetes, and certain forms of cancer. Also, the WHO, which is the World Health Organization, made a meta-analysis of, I believe, 800 or 900 studies, I'm not sure the exact amount, stating that red meat and processed meat are a class group 1 carcinogen and a group 2A carcinogen. Group 1 meaning that processed meat is just as bad as cigarettes and plutonium, and group 2A is probable. And he does say that his steak looks delicious. Really, dude? You're promoting cancer causing foods to your audience because they look delicious? And then they recently did a plant based lifestyle versus a keto life diet, and the plant based diet won. And I will be linking all these in my description so you guys can check them out. And these guys were not biased towards veganism at all. They were not vegan themselves, and they came to that conclusion. So the title of the video we are going to be criticizing him on of the video is Freelee roasted me, parentheses, I am not natty and a bully. Claims Freelee makes people feel bad by calling people out. Freelee cannot make someone feel bad if people don't feel bad themselves. So yes, in turn, if I was criticizing Obese to Beast for something and it made him feel guilty, I cannot make him feel guilty if he already feels guilt himself. Does not cite any research saying that Freelee's way of eating causes eating disorders and relies on anecdotes. So yes, in his video he said that he has gotten so many messages of people saying how Freelee's advice harmed them. Well, you exactly didn't show us any evidence in your description that that was true. Only anecdotes. You guys will see why in a minute. Creates a double standard where Freelee cannot promote her book, but is allowed to push merchandise on his audience. Now, I don't know if he still pushes merchandise on his audience. Still, he said that he didn't, but I don't watch his channel enough. But Freelee promotes books that tell her audience to eat more plant foods. Yet, how is that a bad thing? She could literally tell people to purchase medications and get uh, surgeries and all that, and that would cost them more money. Yet she's telling people to eat more fruits and vegetables. uh, can't wait for that one. Claims that people in a caloric deficit will lose weight. Shows the evidence that your diet keeps the weight off long term versus Freelee's diet. Stupidly mispronounces her channel name. Well, since your tiny brain could not comprehend her channel's name, it's called The Frugivore. How hard was that? Now, I don't know if he's being funny, making a joke, or if he has a mental disability, but yeah, that was pretty stupid. Claims he doesn't need to do more research on human physiology. So show us the evidence that humans are omnivores. And I cannot wait for that. Claims that Freelee promotes only eating bananas. That is a complete straw man. You cannot physically survive off of only bananas. You will be deficient in a lot of nutrients, namely B12. Just to name one, B12. Claims that Freelee is an extremist but doesn't provide any evidence to support his claims. Gonna rely on the anecdotes again, John? Hope not. Claims that Freelee is going to recommend something unsustainable but doesn't have any links for research in his description in the video. So he is full of crap, which you are. Relies on anecdotal evidence that Freelee's advice ruined people, but doesn't show us meta-analysis, randomized control trials, or prospective cohorts. So again, you're lying. And I cannot wait to see the evidence saying that plant-based diets are wrong for humans. Claims Freelee is super mean and is not helpful. Well, she told her the truth about her reality and made her a high-carb vegan meal planned for a day. How is that not helpful? So yes, Freelee took the time out of her day or week to plug in her numbers to the chronometer, show how bad her her eating was, and then came up with meals to replace the meals that she's currently eating with high carb, low fat vegan meals. How was that not helpful? I cannot wait for a response on that. Claims that people are bad when they don't eat 100% plants, and that is true. You are a bad person for paying into the animal holocaust. In the animal's eyes, all humans are pretty shitty. Claims that Freelee is mad that he left a dislike, and said that she told him to. Well, since your tiny brain did not catch it the first time, she said leave a like or dislike, and shows his true bias against a plant-based lifestyle. So yes, you didn't have to leave a dislike on the video. You could have liked it, but clearly you didn't. And this is a little bit of a criticism for Freelee. Maybe in your future videos you can tell people to watch the video first and then leave a like or dislike on how they feel about it instead of saying it at the beginning. Think about that one. Claims that the physiology chart is stupid. Show us the evidence that we are omnivores. Cannot wait for the evidence. Says that he's done the research. Okay, so why is your description empty? No one is making the claim that you should only eat fruit, and that is a complete straw man. You need other foods. Which you do. He made a terrible joke about food being mean to people, then proceeds to skip over the animal cruelty section of Freelee's video. Are you fucking kidding me? You pay for this to happen, yet you're not man enough to watch it happen before your very eyes. You're a piece of shit for not bearing witness to the suffering you hurl onto the animals. And to add on to that point, you are also doing a disservice to your audience, not showing them the cruelty that they pay for day in and day out. Claims he is not a fan of keto, which is good, but says he is for a balanced diet, basically of animal foods and plants, which is the norm. Please provide evidence. So yes, that's what people are doing right now in this very day, that they're eating plants and animal products and junk food, yet they're not in good health. So provide evidence. Lost my spot trying to find it again. Okay, did that one. Sorry, you guys. Lost my spot in my notes. Here we go. Claims Freelee has an agenda with no evidence to support his claims. Claims he disagrees with Freelee. You can disagree all you want. Show us the evidence already. Claims that anecdotal evidence doesn't matter, but brings up anecdotes throughout his video against Freelee's advice. So you're a massive hypocrite. Which you are. Claims that you can lose weight on any diet. Is it sustainable? So yes, people who lose weight on a plant-based diet versus keto versus standard American versus the Twinkie diet, are these diets sustainable? And show us clear evidence that they are. Freelee made the claim that John takes performance enhancing drugs without any sufficient evidence, and I wish she would have provided some. Now, I don't doubt that Freelee has dated people who have taken these drugs and has been into the gym life and everything, but I just wish you would have provided some kind of evidence that this guy isn't natty. That's all I'm asking. Says he won't put up his blood test because Freelee gives off the vibe that she doesn't care about the health system and shows no evidence. My thoughts are, and this is just my speculation, don't take me out of context here. He is scared if he was to go through with it, he would have high cholesterol, high hemoglobin A1C, which is a marker for diabetes, and possible nutrient deficiencies. And if I'm wrong, prove to us that you were not pre-diabetic, and prove to us that you are virtually heart attack proof, and prove to us that you have no nutritional deficiencies. I cannot wait for that. Claims sugar is a drug with no evidence. Well, John, since you're not educated on human nutrition, every freaking cell in your body runs on glucose. Claims that Freelee is doing more harm than good shows the evidence that she has a net negative. Says that Freelee ruined a lot of people shows the evidence that she ruined so many lives. Literally, you do the same thing every time you grocery shop. Which is true. He pays every time he goes to the grocery shop, he pays for animal cruelty and murder. Plain and simple. It is black and white. How is saying the truth in a controversial matter bullying? So when your message is direct and truthful, how is that bullying? Okay, so that's the end of his points. John, I have a challenge for you. Since you claimed you have done the research, I want you to go to What the Hell's Facts page, pull up every study, and debunk every study on your live stream on that page, on your channel, or concede that a plant-based lifestyle is adequate for humans, and show us your blood tests. You are so laughable, and any vegan would absolutely destroy you in a live debate on the ethics of veganism, and I hope that you don't make another video as terrible as this one and the last one. So yes, John, this is a challenge for you. I am challenging you to a live debate on the ethics of veganism. And if you do not want to give me the clout, then go on someone else's channel like Vegan Gains or Ask Yourself and debate the ethics of veganism. And if you want to debate the health of veganism, hit up Dr. Avi. So that's going to be the end of this video, Freelee. I just want to say you are an absolute legend and thank you for what you do to the animals. I miss the old Freelee, how she went harder on people and just did not give zero fucks, but I understand why you had to do what you had to do because of YouTube's community guidelines, and I just want to say thank you. So that's going to be the end of this video, you guys. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.